Hello and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Millie and I love any makeup, especially shiny, shifty, and sparkly eyeshadows. And today I have some seriously shiny and sparkly eyeshadows to show you. And of course, they're from Adept Cosmetics and their new House of Elle eyeshadow palette. And it is a cute little 9-pan, and the packaging, as always, really beautiful metallic. And so far, all their palettes have had a different type of metallic based on the theming. So this one has a beautiful, super bright blue with orange detail, and there is a quote on the back. And so this is a Superman themed eyeshadow palette without saying Superman. I believe it is the Superman that's like from the comic books. I know that there's so many different versions of all the superheroes and how they're portrayed depending on the type of show or the movie, etc. Personally, I'm not too familiar with Superman. I have seen like the movies, but I've never really like read more in depth into it. I'm really picky with the kind of superheroes I am into, and that is one that I just never like really got into. If I was to choose a favorite superhero, it would probably be Doctor Strange. However, even though like he is kind of a superhero, yeah, I guess, even though Moon Knight has been coming in like close second. I'm currently watching the show on Disney Plus, and oh my gosh, it's so good. But I digress. Let's finally take a look at the inside of the eyeshadow palette. We have 3 mattes and 6 shimmers, a beautiful condensed little 9-pan palette, and the inside is a gold holographic. But I think this is all based on the theme, and this one does not have a mirror because it is limited edition. And so this palette is launching May 14 at 1 p.m. Eastern time, and I do have a affiliate code with Adept Cosmetics in case you're interested. I will put it up on the screen. So let's talk about the shades a little bit. There's some more topper-like shades, there's some really opaque shades, as well as some shifty shades, and wait till you see the swatches. And then we have some matte eyeshadows to pair with these brighter tones. So it's a great palette for this time of the year. So I'm going to show you some swatches, and I'm going to be showing you 3 looks of this palette, and then at the end of the video I'll give you some of my thoughts. Priming with the Gimme Glow eyeshadow primer. Going in with Mon Elle onto the inner crease. This is like a neon orange. Super bright. I'm going to use Iraq Elle to blend that out. Ooh, look at that. I'm going to go back in with Mon Elle. I'm going to build it up just a little bit. Right in the crease. And then taking Con Elle on the outer corner. And I'm putting it on an angle. I love how colorful these mattes are. I think they go perfectly with the shimmers. Taking just some translucent powder to blend out the outer corner. And that just keeps going. I'm going to go back in with a little bit more. It just really blended, but I want just a little bit more pigmentation. I think I need a fluffier brush to go in on the edges with, but yeah, definitely going back in with just a little bit more. I don't really want these to quite like layer here, and they're starting to, so I gotta be careful. Taking Zor-El. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? What is this? This is such an interesting color. It's so beautiful. It definitely feels a little squishy and a little wet in the pan. So that's why I'm not going to put down the glitter primer, because I feel like sometimes when I do that with these kinds of formulas, it just like never sets down, because it's like you're putting something wet on top of something already wet. And I think I'm actually gonna layer a little bit of Lara Van Elle out here on top of the green. I'm just kind of mixing these a little bit, just overlapping them. Finishing off this look with Con Elle underneath my lower lash line. I'm just going to take it about halfway, not all the way. And I'm going to take Iraq Elle under the rest of my lower lash line. So here's the first finished look. Second look again, priming with the Gimme Glow primer. I'm going to take Mon Elle in the crease first, And I'm just gonna get a light wash of it. So I'm really going to let it just blend out and create kind of almost a transition shade with it. And then I'm going to layer it on the lid to get, oh, I forgot I was gonna go in with the blue and the green. Okay, I'll do that for the third look. So just going to start layering that a little bit more right in the crease on the outer corner here. So you can see it's like a slow gradual blend that's happening. So it almost looks like there's actually two shades in my crease, even though it's just one, because of the way that that blended out. So next I'm gonna pack that onto the lid. So far I have like no fallout, literally no fallout, which is kind of amazing. And I'm just packing that right on the lid, just like that. So you can see it looks like I used two shades, even though I just used this one shade. Maybe just wing it out a little bit out here. There we go. I'm gonna go in with Allura Zor L. Look at this. It looks like a neon sparkle. It is so beautiful. Oh, that layers so beautifully. That looks like straight up wet on the lid. Oh no, I kind of messed it up here, but I can just clean it up. And honestly, like, I feel like this pod's going to be really good for just like layering one shade at a time, because you really want to appreciate just how shiny these are. But because I want to try as many shades as possible, I'm going to go in with a Cara Zor L right on the inner half of my lid. So this one feels a little less squishy and a little less wet compared to Allura and Zor so far from just trying these two. So you can see it's got like a light, it's a little bit more yellowy golden orange compared to this one's like a bright orange. Taking Mon L under my lower lash line to finish this look off. I'm just gonna leave it like this. Here's a second finished look. On to the last look, priming with the Gimme Glow Primer. Going in with Con L, and I'm first going to just put a wash down in my crease, as well as just blend it out in the outer corner, and then I'm going to pack it on at full opacity. And when I did the other eye, I had zero fallout, which is kind of amazing for sure. I feel like nowadays I just feel like I always have fallout, but this, nope. So now I'm gonna pack this on all over the lid. I'm just gonna take it a little bit into the crease to add a little bit of depth back in there. There's a little bit of random sparkles on this brush from whatever was on there, so that's what you're seeing. Definitely not intentional though. Going back in with the blending brush. Taking Con L underneath my lower lash line. I'm only gonna go about halfway. Just trying to connect it. And then going in with Mon L right next to that. And I'm going to put it just a little bit in here, but I don't want to layer it too much because I don't want it to mix. Next I'm taking Jor L and I'm just going to put that all over and just layer it. And that is super beautiful. Definitely on the translucent side so you can really see the color. I mean, it's already kind of teal anyway, but... And then going in with Alara Van L right in the center to just create a little bit more of a like true green right in the center as like a little pop. To finish off the look, I put on the Lash Scoop Marcia lashes just for fun to kind of match with the lower lash line. And here's the third finished look. I am loving these shimmers. These are very much on par with all the shimmers from Adept Cosmetics in their most recent palettes, which do have a new formula. These mattes are so nice because you can kind of sheer them out a little bit, but you can also pack them on and they will be fully opaque. And I had like basically no fallout with these, which is pretty amazing. As for the shimmers, let's kind of go through each of the shimmers that I use. I think there's only one shade I did not use, which was L, but the first two shimmers, really beautiful, more like toppers, so they're a little bit sheer. They're not shifty, those are just like regular kind of shimmers. They're really beautiful. They do feel just a little bit wet, but not really quite squishy like some of the other shades in here. And then this pinky shade also is not quite squishy, but I do think that L is just a little bit squishy. So if you have hooded oily lids such as myself, I recommend that you go in with just a little bit with your finger, and you make sure that you have your base set down, or you're using some sort of an eyeshadow primer that helps to mattify your lids. If you have deep set eyes, then you're going to be totally fine. L is absolutely stunning. If I was a multi-chrome, this is what I would be as a multi-chrome. If I was only able to use one multi-chrome for the rest of my life, I think it might be this one. It's so unique, the tone of it, the shift of it, just everything about it. It is so extremely sparkly. When you touch this, you will not believe it. I was so stunned, and I also really love Allura L and L. They have like flex throughout it. Allura is a little bit shifty, but they're super, super beautiful and so bright and just so perfect for summer. Just throw like this shade in the crease and put one of these or both of these all over the lid, and you're good to go. And I feel like this is that kind of palette that's really good to just put something in the crease, throw one of the shimmers on the lid, and you will be turning heads. So I would definitely recommend this palette if you're interested in the theming, if you like the color assortment. But keep in mind that this is super limited edition, and they will only be doing one restock of this palette. But of course, don't buy it if you're not into these kinds of shades. So those are all my thoughts on the new House of L palette from Adept Cosmetics. I can't wait to use L again. I'm going to be doing a reel with this palette, so make sure you're following me on Instagram and TikTok if you want to see one more look with this palette. So that's everything for this video. Let me know in the comments below if you plan on picking this palette up. What do you think? Which look was your favorite? I would love to hear your thoughts. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, I would love it if you subscribe. There's so much indie makeup content uploading my channel and much more to come. You don't want to miss out. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video.